Time for your lunch break. Produce man Michael Marks is here with how this wave of triple-digit temperatures could affect your produce.
Well, if President Harry S. Truman was in the produce industry, he would simply say, heat is heck on produce, although he wouldn't say heck. Heat is the worst thing you can have on produce, any produce item. Can you imagine being out in a field or orchard and it's 110 degrees? So there's several things that's going to happen. First of all, there's a lot of row crop vegetables that have color on them. And what you're going to have happen is they're going to lose color. Beautiful red bell pepper, but they're going to lose the color. That's what heat does. It's going to destroy a lot of the plants, the leaves of the plants. So that's where the food is produced for the produce item. So there's a lot of things that are going to happen. One of the things I'm most concerned about is, of course, farm workers. I know in 2021, when a heat dome was over the Pacific Northwest, cherry farmers began harvesting their cherries, not only in Washington, but in British Columbia, during the night. They would start at 1 a.m. in the morning. Instead of 5 a.m., they'd start at 1 a.m. and they'd pick the cherries at night to keep the farm workers out of the heat. Well, you're going to find a lot of the stone fruit and grape farmers throughout the San Joaquin Valley. They're going to have to do the exact same thing. They're going to have to start harvesting at night if they're able to. Or they're going to have to reduce the number of hours that their workers are in those fields and orchards. So that's going to have a huge impact on supply. A couple other things. Peaches and nectarines. There's about 25 different varieties of peaches and nectarines. So over the course of 6 months, from April into October, you have about 25 weeks and 25 different varieties. Well, what the heat does, especially this kind of heat, it will push those varieties into production much earlier. So you have several varieties of peaches and nectarines coming into production at once. What that means at the end of the season is you have a very, very sharp end, a very fast stop to the season. So you're going to have a lot of different things. Corn, for example, this time of year, when you have heat index like this, oh my goodness, you're going to end up with a lot of ears of corn where it's going to be immature at the very top. It's going to be not produced at the top, so it's going to be very pointed at the top. So very, very interesting what we're going to be finding over the next week. At the end of the heat wave, we're going to have to reassess what the plants look like, what the fields look like. But it is certainly going to have an impact on the fruits and vegetables that you and I buy at the market. Hey, back to you guys.